Coach, it's dreary and miserable throughout much of the Midwest, but we've got football to perk up our spirits. That's the good news. At Paul Brown Stadium, that's where we're at here in Cincinnati. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the New York Giants and the Cincinnati Bengals. The shadow's starting to get a bit longer. Week 10 of the NFL season is here, and we're underway on EA Sports.
All day, baby, all day. Here we go. 180. 56. Here we go. Here we go.
The former second-round pick, this is Joe Mixon. 4 yards the result on the first play from scrimmage. Second down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
Hey, D-line, let's get in there. Let's get in there.
To throw, it's Garoppolo. That's complete to John Ross. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. That one a gain of 20 and a first down.
Here we go, here we go.
Mixon with a first down carry. And he's going to get this past the 50 and into Giant territory. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Well, he's looking for some running room, and there wasn't a whole lot of it there on that play. I think he was lucky to get a couple of yards out of it because those defenders, they were rallying to the football pretty quickly.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Watch the run, watch the run.
Looking to throw, Garoppolo under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Demario Davis coming in for the sack that time.
Well, the beauty of screen passes is they take a little time to develop, and they can often hit big, but sometimes they take too long to develop, and sometimes you get sacked.
Yeah, what's perfectly called for a defense to attack a screen?
Typically a blitz, and even though people think that the screen operates against the blitz, if you have the blitz called and you still cover...
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Malcolm Jenkins. And the return stops at the 39-yard line. They were ball hawks last week. They had a trio of interceptions on defense. In the first drive, they pick up right where they left off.
They're creating quite a reputation for themselves, aren't they? And sometimes what happens is when they know that the defense can take the ball away, as they saw the previous week, now you try too hard to not let them take it away, and you force yourself into errors. They've intimidated them, in a sense, and gotten the ball from them.
And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Jones now, operating from the gun. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Carl Lawson, he's the culprit, and that is now his 13th sack of the season as his great year continues. And a nickel look here for the Bengals as they try to defend this on 3rd. Operating from the gun, Jones. And the throw there going to be incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. Ross on the return. That's going to go in the books as a 55-yard punt. Well done. And the Bengals will take over here 1st and 10.
Here
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And it's only November, but the playoffs, we know how it works. They'll be here before you know it. If it ended today, they would be the #1 seed.
And that's a great spot to be in, but I love the phrase, if it ended today. And I'll guarantee you, that's what they've discussed in their locker room, in their meeting rooms. Yeah, we know where we'd be if it ended today, but we also know it's not ending today.
Right.
So they've got to continue to play the type of ball that put them in the spot where they're #1 in their conference.
Now the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on second down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. A draw play for Mixon. Absolutely nobody fooled there. He's going nowhere fast as he's stopped behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of 1, and that'll lead here to a 3rd down.
Here we go, here we go. Like 20! They're not ready for this, man. They're not ready.
From the gun, it's Garoppolo. He's got his man, Boyd. It's a gain of 13, and the Bengals have a 1st down.
A little football 101 there. You just see the receiver try to run down the defender, meaning he goes right at him and really trying to move him a little bit towards the center of the field so he can put his foot in the ground and break to the out, to the sideline, and make a catch.
And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. That one good for 15, and the Bengals get a 1st down.
Well, that play looks familiar because we saw them working on it in practice this week. And for a lineman trying to block on this play, they love when they get the defense moving in one direction. And when they try and change directions, it's a lot easier to pick them up and ward them off.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. They go back to the ground now with Mixon. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31. Tackle made there by Jabril Peppers.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
21.
Now Joe Mixon. And he'll get about 3 as he's brought down to the 28.
Well, at that rate, picking up 3 yards a carry, you and I both know that doesn't cut it in this league and trying to get 1st downs unless you're playing 4-down football. Then that's a whole different situation, but I don't think that's what they're trying to do here. 3rd and 4, though, is still manageable.
Here's the 7th play of this drive. This is 3rd and 4.
I got you. He's coming.
Working from the gun, Garoppolo. He finds his running back, Mixon. And he's going to get the 1st down as they bring him down at the 23. 3rd down turns to 1st with that 5-yard pickup.
1st down. 1st and 10 at the 23-yard line.
Garoppolo now rebounding nicely after the interception. He's hit 4 straight to start the drive. It's 1st down. Out of the shotgun, they run with Mixon. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. A shotgun snap for Garoppolo. Green brings it in. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. And they'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for third down.
One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you're going to lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a strong-armed guy who can rifle it in there, and they were able to successfully complete that one.
And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain that time, and they're going to be left looking up at a 4th and 1. Here's Randy Bullock now as he'll go for the field goal.
A 31-yard attempt.
Bullock's kick is good. And the Bengals are on the board first here. It's 3-0. A dozen plays on that drive that ends with the field goal.
Let's go ahead and break out some of the old chestnuts here, right, partner? Keep the ball in front, rally to it, and make the tackle, right? No big plays given up, no balls over your head. Bend, don't break.
Hold on. Chestnuts?
You like that one?
What does that mean, break out? Just because you break chestnuts?
I'm not sure about that, but I'm just going with why they said that. I have no idea.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And, certainly a lot of football left to be played. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're first place in their division. Looking good, looking to be a threat come January.
And let's think about what every team has in their goals, all right? Number 1 goal is what? Make the playoffs. Number 2 goal is win your division. Number 3 goal, and the biggest goal, I think, is to be the highest seed possible that you can be heading into the playoffs so that you can have as many home games as possible to try and get you to the Super Bowl.
And right now fighting for every win possible to try to at least secure home field for the wild card and or divisional round. A first down carry for Barkley. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Get it,
3-0 after 1 on EA Sports.
Even. 4 down. Even. Let's go now. 15 line. 16 line. Come on now.
From the 45 on 2nd down, Jones, they'll get this complete to Batson. And all the way in, touchdown, New York. Cameron Batson, his first touchdown on the year. And the Giants have taken the lead. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions, and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go. Look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This will be fielded at the 6. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
Let's go.
At their own 26-yard line.
Here we go.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. They'll run with Mixon. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. The second down play results in a loss of 2 yards. Another example right there how this defense really is winning the entire game at the point of attack.
Yeah, right there at the line of scrimmage because they're dominating it. It allows their interior guys to get upfield and spill into the backfield. So how are you going to combat that? You know, people say bring in your tight end, keep him in. Your running backs, they have to step forward. Bottom line, your offensive line has to block them first to give yourself a chance.
The end result, 21 yards.
Bengals first down. First and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Here we go, here we go, here we go. 180!
You ain't going nowhere. 49, check 49, check 49.
On the toss, Mixon. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. He lost 6 there on the first down play.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result. Negative yardage.
Let him know, let him know. Let him know, let him know. 25, check 25, check 25. Watch that, watch that, watch that.
11.
Now on second and 16. Garoppolo. And this is caught. I think he got that with one hand. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to third down.
Okay, it's time for me to break out my thesaurus for that one. And I don't have anything. That was amazing. One-handed in this weather. I mean, you know the ball's got to be slick. But to be able to catch it and come down with it, what do they call that? The process of the catch? He completed it all the way through.
He's going to be marked down very close to the first down marker, but it looks like he's a yard short. So now on comes the field goal unit, and wow, this is no ordinary try here. This will be from 56 yards out. And his kick is good. He got every bit of that one as it's good from 56 yards out. These kickers now, it used to be that a 50-plus yarder was cause for celebration. Now seemingly automatic.
Yeah, isn't it funny when we prepare for a game, when you look at the backgrounds of these kickers, it's interesting, isn't it, to find out they were all-state quarterbacks, receivers, defensive backs, all-state wrestlers, right? Baseball players. We're finding athletes all along, and now they're just specialists putting it through the posts.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on first and 10.
You're out. Shift. Watch the shift. Speed driven.
From the gun, Jones. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 34. And he's able to bring it up 5 yards shy of midfield to the 45-yard line. CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
And now a big play to start off this drive as the shot downfield is complete. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. John Ross, his 9th touchdown of the season, and the Bengals are going to jump back in front. On for the point after is Randy Bullock. And he puts this one through as the lead moves to 13-7. Now Bullock will send this one away after the touchdown. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. Making the play defensively, Carl Lawson.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size and these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Getting the sack, the big D tackle, Geno Atkins. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
You better be afraid of me. You better be afraid of me.
Here's Jones throwing on 3rd and long. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And that'll be incomplete. Well, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty. And it's 4th down. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some Dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended their last drive. Colquitt on to kick as he sends it away. It'll be a 39-yard punt, no return, and the offense will take over with a new set of downs.
Here we go, here we go.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And thus far, the weather has not slowed this offense down one bit. They've looked good so far in the first half.
They certainly have, and think back to our meeting with the head coach, and we asked him because we saw the forecast for this game, didn't we? He said, hey, have you prepared for this? And he talked about the different drills that they've done in adverse conditions, the wet ball drills, things of that nature. He said, I don't think it's going to slow us down much. We tend to handle it pretty well, and he's been right.
Here we go. 180.
Guys, it's game situation. Let's go. He's checking.
21. Stay hot.
On play action, it's Garoppolo. Finding Green complete. Give him 18 yards on that one, and it'll make it a second down.
Partner, this is one of the best routes anyone can have in their offensive playbook. Tough to defend because you think it's a go route, and then he breaks it back on the comeback. But there's one other thing you need as well.
A well-thrown ball.
Exactly right. Got a guy who has some precision in throwing the football because of the timing of the route.
65.
To throw again on second down. Garoppolo. Tyler Boyd, the former Pitt Panther, was the target, and it's 3rd and short. Something we haven't really seen much of from him, an incomplete pass.
Yeah, last week he finished at 70%. This week he's up over 80%. I don't know how you slow him down. Pass rush is usually the best way because a quarterback on his back usually can't complete a pass.
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything to warrant a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. It'll be a 48-yard punt, 5 there on the return. And the Giants' drive will start from deep in their territory with a 1st and 10. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Now Jones. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down.
Brandon, it looked like he had his hands on it for a moment, but let's face it, that was going to be a tough catch all the way because of the presence of the defense right there as he was trying to haul it in.
Yeah, nice job to force the incompletion. They had the incomplete pass on 2nd down. Now they need a big play here, 3rd and 10.
50's the mark. Get him.
There you go.
Kill.
Now Jones from the gun, he'll throw. And he's going to be taken down, sacked back at the 2. Carl Lawson in there to get him. Sack number 14 for him on the year. Here's Dustin Colquitt now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Touchdown, Cincinnati. John Ross with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. Now the Bengals, they widen their lead.
They really capitalized on that one, didn't they?
Yeah.
Short kick, and they brought it all the way back.
Yeah, you start thinking, wow, maybe he can take it to the 35, get us in great shape. Heck, he just took it the whole way.
Yeah, no sense stopping when they're not going to stop you. Take it all the way in.
So after surrendering the punt return for a score, let's see what they can do in turn on this kickoff.
The Giants take over 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
Set.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And this not an easy situation. You're down early, in the elements, you're on the road. How do you get the mojo back?
Well, one thing is to remember that as an offensive player, you have a much better idea of what you're trying to accomplish and where you're trying to go than the defender. So in this case, because you know it, you can make your cuts with a little more decisiveness, maybe a second fake, some double moves, things of that nature, to go ahead and try and put some pressure on the defense.
Here we go. Set. 10-2 stop. 6-6. Pull it high. Full strip. Hey, box trot. Box trot. Max 50. Don't let him breathe. Don't let him breathe. Play that tight deep. Don't. Go.
Now this time he'll look to throw. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Evan Ingram was the intended target, and it's second down.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
Hey, you're on an island over there. You're on an island. They're going to 88. They're going to 88.
There.
Jones to throw again. They'll set up the screen to Barkley. He had a great move, but he'll still be stopped shy at midfield. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. This defense tightening up a bit. That last catch, just 1 yard, making it 3rd and 9.
You got three. You got three. Three down. Three down.
Get it.
Jones now operating from the gun. Steps away to his left. He can run for it, and he will. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals' 40. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half.
Ready? 18 Gator.
On first down, Jones. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by the former first-round pick, Shane Ray. And he'll bring it all the way back just a yard or two shy of midfield. That's sort of a second quarter to forget for him to have 2 picks in this frame.
Almost as if the first one that he threw, he couldn't shake, couldn't get it out of his head. He ends up throwing a second one as a result.
Compounds the mistake a little bit.
Yeah, you got to be able to forget, compartmentalize, whatever you want to call it, and move on. He hasn't been able to do so here in the second.
11.
57 to Mike. 57 to Mike. You don't want
80 weapon.
So after the INT, it's Garoppolo. He's going to have the hook up to Ross. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Garoppolo got a man open. It's Ross. 12 yards there. That time at a Cincinnati first down.
A gain of 12 yards. And the Bengals first down. 1st and 10 at the 32-yard line.
Garoppolo over 200 yards already in this first half. It's 1st and 10. Throwing now is Garoppolo. He'll find his running back, Joe Mixon. The Bengals going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half.
At the 31-yard line.
They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9. And yet again, it's Garoppolo. He'll take a shot for the end zone. Incomplete, and we're down to 8 seconds now. He was looking for John Ross that time, and it's 3rd down.
It's now 3rd down and 9 yards to go.
The 22 is the line to gain here on 3rd down.
Watch the flood, watch the flood, watch the flood. Watch the flood,
Garoppolo looks to throw once more. He wants it all for the end zone. And that will be incomplete. 4 ticks left here on the clock. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. From the right hash, this from 48. And he missed it. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is. So we've reached the intermission in what right now is a 13-point game. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. They had the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10.
Hey, exit.
3 bucks.
Topper.
Operating from the gun, Jones. Buying time to his left. That's caught by his tight end, Evan Ingram. And they work this well upfield across the 45. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run.
On any given pass play, you never know exactly where your exit points are going to be. On this play, he was flushed to his left, still on the run, able to accurately throw the football for a nice first down.
Watch the screen, watch the screen. Check 9, check 9.
Rock it.
Shoot.
Here's Jones on 1st and 10. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he got blown up, losing yardage on the play back at the 44. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now, the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. 2nd and 12 after the first down pass play went backwards for 2 yards.
36.
Throwing Jones. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off at the 35. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line. Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his second season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup. I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. On 2nd and 15 now. Garoppolo, open man is Ross, complete. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for third down.
Here we go. 180!
Come to my work. We want it. Come to my
They give to Mixon to try to pick it up. He's got the first down and more inside the 40. And he'll finally be taken down at the 2-yard line. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. One of the reasons that this team is on this win streak, big runs like that.
When you see runs like that broken off, you know this is a team that's confident running the football. A big reason why this streak has occurred, they've come together, had a plan, and stuck to it. And when you get big-time runs like that, it makes it easier to stay with it, doesn't it?
This is caught. Nothing at all on that one. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window... And he takes it into the end zone. Touchdown, Bengals. It's the fullback. His 2nd touchdown on the season. Now the Bengals, they widen their lead. Always important to get the first score of the second half. Now you start to pull away a little bit and get some breathing room going.
And now we find out about the fortitude of the group that's behind, because they were counting on getting into the game a little bit more, right? Maybe they get the first score. That doesn't happen. It looks almost insurmountable, but it's not. Let's see how hard they play the rest of the game.
Footing always a concern, but the extra point's up and good. And that pushes the lead up to an even 20. Now Bullock will send this one away after the touchdown. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Carl Lawson, what a season he continues to have. His 15th sack in the campaign.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in third and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
That's complete to the Memphis man, Anthony Miller. They get 7 there, but it brings up 4th.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. And they'll run for it with Barkley. And he won't get there. They stop him a few yards short of the line to gain. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And the Bengals are going to get it back in terrific field position. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
Come on, D. Undercrunch.
Greystone, Travis.
Now it's the backup Finley. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 38. William Hayes, the pride of Winston-Salem State, coming in to drop him. Got to assume this defense will be charging again here. It's 2nd and 15. From the gun to give to Mixon. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. A 1st down there on a pickup of 25. We've seen him break off a big run already in this game, and for a second, that one looked like it might be another.
Yeah, I think that any defense would say, look, we can't let him get to the 2nd level, because sometimes he'll break off the big run on his own, but oftentimes you get additional blocking at the 2nd level, which gets you deeper into the secondary.
Man left. 3 down.
Back to Mixon on 1st down. And strong running there as he's inside the 10 and down to the 8-yard line. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
3rd quarter, and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
Let's go.
On 2nd down, here's Mixon. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD. Joe Mixon, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Bengals, they widen their lead. Now Bullock to add the extra point. And that stretches the lead to 27.
Next to score, Bengals 34, Giants 7. Randy Bullock kicking off for Cincinnati.
Now Bullock will send this one away after the touchdown. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
25-yard line.
On the ready.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave them great field position, turned it to 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on 4th down.
Caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for them. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got to come back out and start over and rebuild that confidence.
Barkley with a carry on 1st down, and he'll get about 4, so 2nd and 6 forthcoming.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing, but with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30.
50 to Mike. Watch QB drop. Watch QB drop. Watch the edge.
Protein spill.
2nd and 6. They'll get this out to Barkley complete. And he's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4. It's a 4-yard pickup, and that is going to set up a 3rd and 1.
Come on, set. 15, Ronnie. 15-9. Small back for the offense. Let's go. Lead grip.
They'll try to run for it with Barkley. And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41.
We all love to have a home run hitter in the backfield. Guy can take it the distance. But a short yardage, trying to pick up first downs, that big guy, always a nice luxury to have, isn't he?
Let's go. 90, Wolf.
Switch. Watch out.
5.
They keep it with Barkley on first down. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Back now in Cincinnati. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4. So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Check 26.
Out of the shotgun, they run with Barkley. He'll get about 4 here, down to the 43-yard line.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
At the Bengals 43-yard line.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
Double tight, guys. Double
Pilot, 60. Ready?
A give to Barkley out of the gun. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
4 down. Check.
Now Jones from the gun, he'll throw. And this is going to be intercepted. William Jackson with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent, and now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
Here we go.
The Bengals drive about to get going. We find ourselves here in the midst of a one-sided affair. A lot of fill time down the stretch, Mr. Davis.
So we could talk about food because that is something that you and I both enjoy.
We share that.
We enjoy our time at the table. So maybe the best steakhouses in the city, but in all seriousness, the performances that we've seen this year, we've seen a bunch of great ones, and it's going to be hard to parse who's going to win the MVP.
Yeah, it really is.
Is it going to be a runner? Is it going to be a thrower? Can a defender finally win it this season? Those are the things that we could probably discuss.
And collectively, this is about as dominant of a performance as you could have hoped for on both sides of the football.
Might have to put it #1 for what we've seen this season.
It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the 4th quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. Mixon with it. And that's not going to get it done. He'll come up well short of the 1st at about the 21. Call it a gain of 5. 4th down now.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the first half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
Taken from just outside the 30. Call it 46 yards on the punt, just a single yard on the return as he was covered quickly. And it'll be Giant football 1st and 10.
Ready, set.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate, and of course they'd like to forget the ending, the interception, but they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part two, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished.
And he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown. Saquon Barkley hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Giants are able to draw a bit closer. Point after now from Catanzaro. And the lead is down to 20.
Makes the score Bengals 34, Giants 14.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or two shy of the 30.
First and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
Here we go, here we go.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. There have been no struggles here for this crew. I mean, they were up double digits at halftime, and they've just expanded that here in the second half.
And it appears there are no answers from the defensive side. I think right now, if I'm the coordinator, if I'm down on the field, if I'm wearing a hat, I've already thrown it. If it's a visor, it's sailed, right? My game plan is down by my feet right now because nothing I've drawn up appears to be working.
Well, he's going to have to find something right now to stop this offense. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. Defensively, they're okay with that. Short little route, tackle him inbounds. Okay.
All right, cliche alert. It's time for someone to make a play because they've got to have something bigger downfield. They can't just take what they give them. They've got to force it and make something big happen for them.
Mike, here we go. 11. What do you need? Check three.
They'll run on first down. Mixon, and the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. So a loss of 5, and it'll be second down. The fourth quarter here, they've got the lead. They want to keep it on the ground. That's what they're doing.
Smart football. Keep the clock grinding. Keep it going. But you got to figure now, they're going to see more people stacked up at the line of scrimmage as they try and bleed it out.
Nothing there, no gain, and now they're looking at a 3rd and 15. They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL, and he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many times as you're going to carry the ball, you should be able to carry it one more time, so make sure you get in shape.
The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter. Here's Jamie Gillendown as he's on to punt for Cincinnati. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. 35 yards that time on the punt, and out will come the offense as they take over.
16-yard line.
Ready?
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And they hit the home run last drive. One play on the ground all the way to the house. Now the defense, maybe they're expecting a run here.
Partner, I love your description because when we talk about hitting the home run, we're usually thinking about a passing play, aren't we? Something in the air, deep ball. But how about them just taking it big-time jaunt? Now if you're coming back out, now they've established this run game, the play-action pass could very well be open.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Now Saquon Barkley. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. It's a gain of 11 and a Giant first down.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the fourth quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down fourth quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. He takes this for about 6 down inside the 40. Just 2 minutes. Has been a one-sided affair. So it's Giants football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Barkley. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 13 yards, good for a Giant first down.
They're making it look easy out there. Another first down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 first downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success. They go play action here on first down. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in. Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting, not taking himself out of a ball game that appears lost.
And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32.
Part of the thinking when you bring in extra tight ends, you're hoping that each of your guys gets those one-on-one blocks and creates a crease for your runner. You know what the converse is, though? You've got to win those one-on-one blocks, and when you don't, that's the result you end up with.
Single. Go. 50, Mike, 50. Squeeze, double. Mike, 5.
Jones throwing on third and long. He'll complete this to Ingram as tight end. It'll be a pickup of 14, but they're still a little bit short as it brings up fourth.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping them from a first down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks. And he picks up the first down yardage as he takes this one down to the 15. Now the Giants will use the second of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. The fourth down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down. Back to throw. Jones to the end zone, but it's incomplete. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure, the backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
The Giants going to burn their third and final timeout as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in the game.
Ready, break.
57 to Mike. Check tight.
Jones now to throw on third down. And it'll be intercepted. William Jackson with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the second week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in the wrong color shirts.
Yeah, he better figure, whatever the reason is, he better figure it out. Well, Charles, the forecast called for rain throughout the entire game, and we got rain throughout the entire game. But these two teams, they had fun getting dirty out there. They love the slop.
Did you trust the forecast ahead of time? Are you one of those guys that's skeptical about it, or did you trust it?
But when I saw just a big blob of green on the radar, I said, okay, let's trust.
Yeah, and that's why I'm glad you took my advice. Got your notes laminated, because, you know, open-air booth, that rain can affect us as well, although not as much as the guys on the field. But let's face it, it's kind of fun to watch these types of games, isn't it?
It is. By the way, how impressive is it that you travel with a laminator? I didn't even know there was a portable laminator.
The things that you learn.
Golly, wise beyond his years. So for Cincinnati, they're setting themselves up as a major contender as they move to 8-1 now on the year. And they will hit the road next week for a date with the Cleveland Browns. Meanwhile, for the Giants, it's just their second loss so far to go along with their 7 wins. And they'll try to get back on track next week as they head to Dallas to take on the Cowboys. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.